Vic was mentioning, just coming to these calls, right? Sometimes we need that other person to just talk a little bit and show you what's possible so we can stretch. I can't stress that enough. I honestly come to these calls not so I can talk and you listen. I'm learning from somebody or the other. Like yesterday was a crazy day. Like today morning, I got up at 4:45 a.m. These days I've been getting up at 5 a.m. I'm doing a bit of client work now because I need to find a good salesperson. That's another story. Ian will be back from his travels in June. But I'm talking to business owners and I'm learning from them, right? One of the things, and I'll tell you what I'm learning here is I'm going to a different topic right now, is every business owner, yes, we do SEO, but they want leads. Okay. So one of the things we are doing now for one client, and we're in talks with another client, is taking over their Google, not just Google ads, the LSA ads. Okay, Google guaranteed lead ads. Okay. And I haven't done Google guaranteed lead ads before. So there's a learning curve here. Is anybody here done Google guaranteed lead ads? Anybody good at that? Okay, Riz is like, yeah, what are you talking? I do it all the time. I want to find out. I've heard good things about, that produces a lot of leads. I've heard, and I know this, that if you get LSA ads and you got a good map, GMB ranking, you can make it rain. Riz, can you agree or deny on that? And also, when it comes to LSA ads, is it just running ads like Google ads, or is there also a ranking factor involved in that, Riz?
No, so Google does it based on the call. I'm sure you're aware of that. And they charge you per that call. Now, before you could dispute it, say this did not turn into a lead, I don't want to pay for it. Now, if you do that too many times, Google will, lower your chances of getting up there anymore because Google wants the guy that's going to pay.
Right.
So there was a time where with my clients, even if they were getting a lead and it was a dead one, we still paid it anyways because we still wanted that position at the top. There's only 2 positions for LSA. So it's sometimes, you got to eat that cost of just doing business, right? Now, what ended up happening was Google changed the game and you can no longer dispute it. AI figures out if it was like a spam call or if it was a lead or it didn't turn into a lead, and you can't fight it anymore. So now if Google charges you, it charges you. So there were times, I think it was AC or a personal injury, I can't remember. They charged us $200 for that call. And my client was like, man, this is burning way too much gas. We can't just go back to pay per click. So sometimes you'll have clients that will say, hey man, this is not giving us the amount of leads we wanted. So I think it just, try it. If it works for you, great.
But no, thanks for that. But is it just like running ads, normal Google ads, or is there also a ranking factor because it's got reviews and all that? So just
No, the ranking factor is your response rate. How well do you answer the call? And
yeah.
then on the back of LSA, you should put in the person's name, email, and phone number because they're checking that the AI is seeing if you're grabbing that information. And they really want to give it to people that are heavy closers, heavy participating type of people. If you're not able to extract, because that's what we did. We literally had a VA that would, as soon as we got that information, we put it in right away, and that would help
Put it
increase our
into
score.
that ads dashboard.
Yeah, the LSA area. Yeah, there's a place where you can put it, and the faster you put it, the better. If you don't do that, you know, I mean, best of luck, but you want to do all these things to keep your position in the LSA. LSA is about hacking it, like just trying to get to the top. No, people won't. I think a lot of people think it's like a set it and forget it. It's not like that. It's a new line of work, new line of stress. If your clients want to leave reviews, make sure you go in the LSA link. Make sure they post it on there over the GMB. That's also going to help you rank too. So it's a new battleground. It's not the same battleground. It's a new one.
Love it. Awesome. Thank you. Anybody else want to share anything or feedback or questions or anything at all? Nobody? one other thing we are doing now is not for rank and rent clients, but for SEO clients, not all, again, like at least a few, we are promoting go high level and telling them we will track everything under one platform for ads, your Facebook ad leads, whatever else you're doing. And in the process, that one, it's an upsell, but two, you can learn so much from that, because then you can literally see the recordings, the leads, where the business owner is leaving the ball, and you can literally help if you want to tweak his business, his process, and help him. But again, I think for most people here, just getting clients would be the number one thing, or getting more clients, than upselling and stuff like that. Okay, I know Mike does a lot of go high level and voice AI and all that. You want to maybe share that, for somebody like Alex who's brand new, right? Newer to digital marketing, let's say, Mike. This voice AI thing, okay, yeah, he can sell SEO, but how are you selling voice AI and anything else outside of SEO to clients?
Yeah, so I'm not using Go High Levels voice AI just because I feel like it has a little bit of limitations. I have a plugin from a different group, but what I am doing is I was using cold email. I'm not sure if this was supposed to be done, but I was using Go High Levels dedicated domain, and then I had a lead list of maybe like 19,000 emails or whatever it was, and then I was just kind of shooting out emails that way, and that's how I closed a couple of deals just for the AI agent. And I'm just communicated from the perspective of no more employees, nobody going to the bathroom. You still have the capability of booking appointments, filtering leads. So that way they can focus primarily their efforts on what they do best versus answering the phone. Because there's plenty of guys that are out there that, answering the phone takes up time. They need to do it because it creates money for them, but they don't want to do it because maybe they're so hyper focused in what they're good at, maybe flooring, concrete, whatever it may be. And that's the whole point of a voice AI system, is that it can be there. And it's right now it's still fresh, especially in the home services business. It may not be new to our world, but it's new to them still. It's still pretty fresh, and they're still pretty behind to where you can open up that dialogue and conversation there. And then I just ask, well, hey, let me ask you, are you actually using a CRM as well currently? And that's how I open up that conversation for that one person that was spending $1,000 a month for just sending out a DocuSign, just sending out some written contract type of thing, an estimate. And I was like, well, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. We can start off with the AI employee. I'm gonna give you full access to the CRM at no charge for right now. I'm gonna train you. I'm going to show you how it's better than what you guys currently have. And then let's say in a month you guys are excited, you guys can cancel your $1,000 a month, and then I will charge you an additional $300 a month for having my CRM attached to it. And I won't limit you guys. I'll just give you everything that's there. So that way they're saving money, but I'm also getting maybe about a good, $800 a month of pure profit. Nothing there for me to really, pay, which is nice.
So this roofing company that you closed, you send a cold email, something along the lines of, hey, don't worry, forget VAs or employees. My technology will talk to customers and book appointments, something along those lines.
Yeah, book appointments, filter leads, all, doing all of that, and you don't have to pay the expenses of having to rehire and retrain a new person, because I think we have to tell people that's a cost. That's a cost of a new. Oh, sorry, boys are wrestling back. That's the cost of hiring a new person, is that how much does it actually cost them? Cost them time. And another thing too is that with this AI movement that's happening, all of the entry level positions are going to get replaced, and they have to level up of another way to add value to the company. So these assistants, this guy was just telling me that he wants to be able to put her on the job site, watch how the job is put together, so that way she can now be positioned and turned into another salesperson versus somebody just in the office answering phone calls all day long. So it's a win-win because they need to find ways to put these hours of people into more quality driven, new ways to bring in sales or money. So it's a good benefit.
No, that's a great point. And so this company is not in your hometown. You haven't physically met them, right?
Mm-mm.
Awesome. And then what did you do? Go ahead.
And I'm bringing on the conversation of SEO because their current SEO person is not doing a good job. So they're like, I'm about ready to fire that person.
That's the thing. That's
So-
the whole thing about you do a good job with one service. It doesn't have to be SEO. You can start with something, voice AI, or just I'll help you with reviews or something small, get your foot in the door, and then keep expanding. That's the whole thing. Absolutely. I love
Exactly.
that. Awesome. We should probably have a session where we go over this voice AI and how we can implement it, all of us and all that one day. For sure.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
do have a question, Servan, if you're open.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which was I'm trying to find a cost-effective way to do cold emails because I was doing it in Go High Level, but then I recognized that I really need to do it in Instantly or Mailshake. So I found a guy that was helping me out with cold emails. I'm spending $400 a month. Not really happy with the price. And I think I have over 100 domains with him, and he's doing 5 emails a day per domain because I guess he's trying to be very conservative when it comes out to sending. But I'm kind of new to the cold email space.
So you're using Instantly?
Yeah.
You said you have 100 domains or 100 email accounts?
It's probably 100 email accounts.
So I can look up, but we have like 15 email accounts with 4 or 5 domains. Okay.
Okay.
And I think it's like 99 a month. And we send like 30 emails per email account per day. So 15 times 30, what is that? 1,500?
15 times 30, 750.
750 emails a day. But I also know with cold email, and I'll probably have somebody else also pitch in who does cold email. It's volume, but it's also the offer, how you stand out, all of that, the personalization, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Chris, you do cold email, or anybody else does cold email?
Are you just spending money on Instantly alone, just $99 and that's it?
I think so. Instantly, yeah. There's one more that we looked into called mailscale.com.
Yeah.
But I didn't go for that. But there are so many new ones coming up.
Okay.
I'll probably see if I can put together something with Instantly, have my cold email person record something on what we do for Instantly.
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great. Just because this guy that I need to find out what I'm spending on, but altogether it's like 400, and I'm not getting much good results out of what's there. So I'm trying to see what I can cut back on because I know that there is good value with cold emailing.
Oh, let me ask you, are you using Instantly to reach out to roofer? Like what niche are you reaching out to, and are you trying to reach out with your voice agent?
Yes, I was doing it for the voice agent, and another offer was SEO for concrete guys. So SEO concrete guys, and then moving companies. That's who I was targeting at first.
Have an email sequence like the one that Donald showed in January, February coaching. There's this label there. January or February, he came and he basically said what he does.
Right.
And he does a 4 email sequence. So it's not just one email, And the find email is like, okay, if you're not, one last time I will reach you. Otherwise, I won't reach you. What do you got to do? Something along those lines. And he gets people saying, okay, what do you got? I mean, you've been so persistent. Okay, what do you got? Something like that, like he gets responses from that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then another question, if I can get a recording of what you guys are doing to set up, that'd be great. But another question was, I think you mentioned something about rank and rent in the long tail keywords, so that way you don't show up for the maps. That way you can, get traction. I was curious, how do you see the volume for a long tail keyword? So that way you can.
So you can attach Google Search Console and see what is coming up and then build around that. But the way I do it is go after niches that are not common at all, right? Even concrete, big niches like that, foundation repair, one without a GMB, you can get some leads, not too many leads, then you have to really build out the website and the locations and all that. But niches like basement waterproofing, right? Spray foam insulation, French drain, building out the French drain, I think, look at the exact, like services like that. You'll be surprised. You can find the exact match domain available even for a 500,000 population city. Build it out big with location pages and service pages and all that, and it'll rank for the EMD and a lot more of these long tail keywords, and you'll start getting calls. Chris is asking if the process is there. So here we go. If you have in the coaching, the membership area here, this is the one I'm talking about. He walks you through his email sequence, the exact script he uses and all that. He actually uses a software him and I partnered on. He's the one who operates on that. I just talked to him yesterday to see how I can learn a bit about that, but more importantly, put together a video training so you guys can use that also. It's a paid software, but that kind of enables you to send 100 emails with it's a VSL email. So it's a video sales letter. Your video is also in the email kind of a thing, So more personalization. With AI and all that, there's so many things coming up. How many of you guys have heard of Vibe marketing? VIBE. Anyone? Vibe. Riz, have you? Or Michael?
I don't think so.
Okay, Vibe marketing is just another buzzword in the AI field where they use all these AI tools like N8, N and all that, to basically, okay, so what are you doing for cold email, right, Mike? You go and use a software or a platform to scrape the leads. Then you go another and you warm the domains. Then you go another, you send the emails. Then you go and reply. Then you reach out. Like this will do all the automation and do it all for you kind of a thing. Like that's where AI is going, just like your voice agent. But the way it's going, you can literally run multi-7-figure agency just without employees kind of a thing, right? And then these custom GPTs, which is doing, you can have a custom GPT for keyword research. So all you got to do is say, concrete contractor, San Jose. It'll do everything for you and give it to you. By custom, you get drowned in all this information, right? And so the local business owner, our ideal customer, is also drowning in all this information, and they are also starving for wisdom. That's why when we come and kind of educate them and nurture them, that's exactly what Peter's been doing. Like he's been CCing me on all these, BCCing me on all these emails, and shows me what he's doing with his clients, right? And I give him feedback. And I can see people who said no before are then opening up and saying, okay, it makes sense. They're like, first they said, no, I don't need the service. Then like, okay, I think I need the service. Then after another interaction, they're like, okay, I need the service and I think you're good at that. Then it's like, what's the price? Like it's a process.